Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. I know a lot of people are going to be like, ooh, and I, ooh. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. And I'm saying that with all the love that I can give you, okay, through this audio podcast. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. And I'm telling you, people think this is so simple. Well, you know what? Let me not even say people. Okay, I guess it is people. A lot of people feel like they can just get up one day and decide that they're going to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur meaning working full-time for themselves, where you do whatever, perform in whatever genre you perform in, and you earn an income from it, and you pay yourself, right? People think that this is easy. A lot of people think this is easy. I'm not even going to say people. A lot of people think that this is simple. They think that you could just get up in the morning and be like, oh, I'm going to be an entrepreneur today, and just click their heels and it's going to happen. Let me tell you something. This is a lot of work. It comes with a lot of disappointment. It comes with a lot of highs. It comes with a lot of everything in between, all sorts of stuff. And do not ever think in your life that you're going to get up one day and just snap your fingers and things are going to happen. I don't even care if you have tons of money to throw at a business. You have to learn this space. Educate yourself on what it is you are about to do. Google is free. And I have said that a million times on here. Google is free. Find out what it really takes to have your own business and to pay yourself. Because honestly, if most new businesses did that, small businesses, whatever, if they did that, we wouldn't have such a high turnover rate in the first year of business. More than 50% of small businesses fail in the first year because they didn't prepare. You have got to get prepared. If you're going to run a race, you prepare. You're going to take a test in school, you prepare. And even with all that preparation, you can still fail. I've had many failures in my business before it got to the point where it was like doing something and thriving. And I've shared a lot of the fails on this podcast so that people can understand it's nothing simple. You know what? I'm gonna really be honest. It is, I'm trying to find the best way to say it. You know how you try not to offend people, but I feel like I have to say it just the way how I feel. It is extremely disrespectful. I'm going to say it the way how I feel. It's extremely disrespectful for anyone to believe that they can just pop up on the scene and do what I do as an entrepreneur. That's disrespectful. It just is. If you have a heart surgeon, do you think that after 6 months of medical school that you could do the same job as someone who has been in school for 6 or 7 years, done their residency? No. There's no way. And it's disrespectful for you to think that you could do that. This person has been learning in segments over time. It's why your residency is at the end and not at the beginning. You don't become a lawyer in 6 months. You don't even become a teacher in 6 months. And I'm talking like a professor. There are things that you have to learn as you go along. And for teachers, you have to keep certain credentials up on a regular basis for you to maintain your status. This is what this is. You don't just become this thing and then it's over. You have to keep working at it. You have to keep putting, your heart and soul into it all the time. And when you feel like you don't want to put your heart and soul into something anymore, then that may be a sign that it's time for you to move on to maybe a different, profession in your life. Oftentimes people will have 2 different professions over their lifetime. They'll do one thing for 30 years and then another 30 years they'll do something else or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even more than that, people have had several careers. But I'm more speaking to like the trained careers where you have to take a certain amount of, years of classes and things like that. Nothing is simple. And the thing about entrepreneurship is there's no one set blueprint for it. It really kind of depends on the area of business that you're going into. So there's no set blueprint, but I will say this. You have to be smart about getting into this business. If you know you don't want to run the business, then hire up your brand manager, whatever you need to do that's going to do the grunt work. And allow them to do that. But once you step your foot into entrepreneurship, once you step your foot into being a business owner, you can't complain every day. You just can't. I mean, you can. Nobody's stopping you from complaining, but that's not going to further your business. You can have all the lofty goals and all the lofty ideas of things that you want to do, but there's protocol to things. And it's so hard to explain to people, well, all I have to do is this. No, there's a lot of steps. First of all, learn the business that you're about to go in. You're about to be a lion tamer, you better learn something about it. Do some research. It's not hard. But nobody wants to really take the time. They just want to be the glamorous. It's glamorous to say that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. Let me tell you something. There are times where it's not glamorous at all. If you're in the music business, it's amazing when they put you up in a great hotel and, for that whatever concert that you're about to do, and they've called you into even a conference and you're going to be the headlining on the music and and there's sometimes that you were doing a concert and you're going back to La Quinta Hotel, and that's not to put down La Quinta, but La Quinta is very different than JW Marriott. It's very different than the Hyatt. It's very different than the W Hotel. And I would venture to say for a lot of music people, I know y'all listening, you could tell these folks the hotel didn't even match the event. If I ever bring anybody to speak at any of my events or whatever the case may be, you better believe the hotel is always going to be on point. It's going to be a hotel that I would stay in. And y'all know I'm a hotel snob. I'm not a snob to a lot of things. I'm a pretty granola chick. I'm not into all the latest fashions and things. I probably wear black every day and my Converse sneakers, but my hotel needs to be right. It's got to be 5-star. Well, not always 5-star, but you know what I mean. It's got to be together. Because we don't do suspect hotels over here. That's one thing I have learned over the years. of just, 2-3 decades of traveling and business and whatever, make sure that the hotel that is hosting you for said event is on point. Don't cut corners with that, because that's where you have to lay your head. But also what I have learned is that I have to keep up in this game. And this entrepreneurship and small business ownership it's a game. It really is. And you got to know how to play. If you're super indecisive and you don't know what you want to do, and I want to do, I don't know, and I don't know, what that says to me is you need to dial back a little bit and get a better foundation for yourself. Because it's going to lead to disappointment, or it's going to lead to subpar products, services, whatever it is that you have going on. Think things through. Don't make it seem like you just threw things into the air. That's one thing that I have in my Branding 101 document. You guys can log on to my website and you can download that document. It's the pray and spray effect. I'm going to pray that this works, but I'm going to throw this up in the air like confetti. Can you imagine? I give the example of throwing confetti up in the air and then holding a cup to catch it all. You can't. It's going to scatter everywhere because confetti is going to do what it's going to do. That's life. Look at confetti as life. It's everywhere, all over the place. And you are the cup trying to balance and catch it all. And you're not able to do that. But if you plan better, you will be able to do better. But I see so many people running into this entrepreneurship and they don't even have a plan. But then it becomes everyone else's urgency to fix the mistakes because you did not plan. That's why these businesses fail within the first year. You did not plan to spend as much money. I just said this in an episode, a few episodes back. Whatever you think it's going to take to start your business financially, I'm talking about finances. If you think it's going to take $20,000, save $40,000. Even if you have the exact numbers of whatever it's going to cost you, double that. Just so you can cover yourself. Because when it comes to business, 9 times out of 10, businesses are not profitable in the beginning. Sometimes the first year, sometimes even in the second year. And even when I did my entrepreneurship course with Cornell University, that was one of the first things that we had to do was we had to put together our 5-year plan for the business. And you know what year that they started? They said typical to start making money was year 3. Can you imagine starting a business today and not making a dime from it? You're working for that business every day, but not making a dime until 3 years from now. A lot of people cannot handle those statistics. They can't. What they think they're going to do is, I'm going to break out of the mold. I'm going to be different. I'm not going to be the one. Statistics don't lie. Small Business Administration statistics don't lie. It is what it is. So my thing is, take those statistics and learn from them. You don't have to be one of the businesses that fail. No, you could absolutely make money from the first day. Some people do, but statistically speaking, most don't. So that's why you have to be prepared. What money are you going to live on if you don't have a 9-to-5? I had a 9-to-5 job, which helped to fund my business. And I didn't let go of that 9-to-5 job until it was time. And however long that takes you, you can work on your business full time if you want to and still keep your full-time 9-to-5 job. That's up to you. You got to do what's best for you. Some people never let their 9 to 5 go. But I would say this, if you're immersed in your business, it really depends on how deep you are into your business. If you have other people taking care of things, then that may be a different thing than you may be able to do the 9 to 5 at the same time. But at some point, the two are going to clash, and then you'll have to make a decision, right? I'm going to hire people to do the work in the business that I own, and then I'm going to keep going with the 9 to 5. Or I'm going to relinquish the 9 to 5 and hang up those shoes and take up full-time entrepreneurship. And when I tell you, when you take on full-time entrepreneurship, it is not easy. Expect bumps in the road. You are not exempt. I don't care if you have $1 million investors or whatever. It does not matter. It's still a long haul, and it takes work. This is not stop thinking that entrepreneurship makes you rock star status. Because I'm telling you, you are going to feel like the dishwasher in a minute. And that's not putting down dishwashers, because those jobs are needed. But you have the restaurateur who owns the restaurant, and then you have everything down to the kitchen and the galley and the dishwasher. Listen, you better know how to get your hands dirty. You manufactured CEOs, y'all better know how to get your hands dirty. You can hire people for positions, but you better understand how to get your hands dirty and understand that this is nothing simple. And I'm not going to be like, oh, entrepreneurship is wonderful, it's great. It is very rewarding. It's amazing. But stop trying to use it like it's a status symbol, because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that kind of stuff. I don't care what the Joneses are doing. It make me know, never mind. I could not care less. And it's like, maybe the older I get, that's how it is. I don't know how anybody else feels, but the older I get, the less I care what other people are doing. Why? Stay in your lane. I don't care about being better than this person or proving that I can do this better than that person. For what? The only person that I'm in competition with is myself. The only person I'm trying to be better than is me yesterday. Y'all got to learn this. And I'm saying it, this way, and people will be like, oh, it's kind of rude. No, I'm saying it this way because this is what it is. Because we see all those $1 million investments go to hell all the time. You know what I'm saying? We see it happen all the time. Look at Elon Musk and the whole Twitter situation. Now these people they're gonna be in court now. That was supposed to be a smooth transition, and you see they got all the money in the world, and it still fell through. So if that's happening for people who actually have big $1 billion, money, can you imagine the entrepreneur or soon-to-be business owner who's bootstrapping everything? Come on, pay attention. It's not hard, but it is tedious. And there'll be some businesses that have successes, and they'll be super successful, and they'll ride this wave. There will be a time of plateau. What are you going to do during that time? You have to be prepared. That 99-cent product will plateau at some point. You'll make a buzz about it. You'll make a bunch of money on it, all of that stuff. And then there'll be this lull where nothing is happening. You have to be prepared for that. And that's a lot of times where the businesses start to have devastation. What happened? I don't know. Listen, it happens. So I come to you today with this 20-minute or so word because I'm seeing this happen so many times where people just want to, touch their finger on something and it turns gold. And let me tell you, if you are fortunate enough for that to happen, that is amazing. But the bottom line is that is not the norm. So let's be smarter about our businesses. Let's actually help each other with our businesses, and don't make it like everything is sweet. If somebody talks to you, if you're a veteran business owner, you need to be honest. You can't show the good 24/7. Get on your social media platforms and show what can go wrong. All you chefs out there, if you've ever burned something in the kitchen, you need to show that. It's not going to hurt your business. What it's going to do is make you relatable. You're going to tell me that as a chef in the last 20 years, you've burned nothing? You didn't forget to add the salt. You didn't forget to add the baking powder. You didn't forget to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to keep it real, because you're out here making it look so perfect and got people out here bamboozled like this is easy, and it's not. There's a lot of people that can't do what I do. And I see some other entrepreneurs and I'm saying to myself, ooh, I can't even do what they do. And we both own businesses. We have to stop trying to pretty up and perfect everything on social media and trying to prove to people what we do and what, like, all of that is ridiculous. Just live. Do your research and learn the business that you're about to do. If it's something that you're not familiar with, but you want to get into, learn that business so that you can intelligently talk about it, share about it, and grow it, and, build it and grow it. All right, you guys, we gonna jump off the soapbox now. Y'all know how I get when I drive a point home. But my point of all this is that I want to see entrepreneurs succeed. It's something within me. I just want to see us succeed, especially our Black and Latina entrepreneurs. The female entrepreneurship game needs to be strong. I'm not leaving the other entrepreneurs out, but that's my core audience, are Black, female, and Latina female entrepreneurs. I want to see us build. I want to see us grow. And all the entrepreneurs out there, no matter man, woman, whatever, I want to see all of us do well. So I'm trying to give you these nuggets because I've been through some of these things. Maybe you're a more seasoned entrepreneur than I am, and you can tell me some more things, because I'm sure there's other things that I'm going to learn as I go into this second decade. But I just wanted to share that soapbox word with you so you can understand before you start quitting jobs and, all this sort of thing and leaving yourself dry. Be smart. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Share this podcast. Share it with somebody that you feel will find it helpful. We are tough, and we're not mean. We're tough, but we do it with love over here. Okay? All right. Connect with me on Instagram at Onyx Queen Media. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYX Honey. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.